today's video, I'm going to break down what a hard money loan is, how you can get a hard money loan, how to find hard money lenders, and who I suggest that you use as your hard money lender. First of all, a hard money loan is a short-term asset-based loan from private lenders such firm as Kiavi. That's who I use. That's why I'm mentioning them. Secured by the property's value, not your credit, even though Kiavi will require your credit. But generally, the definition is it doesn't matter on your credit because it's just based on the property's value. It's used for real estate like fix and flips, DSCR loans, and the interest rates vary from 8 to 15%, 1% to 5% origination fees, 6 to 24-month terms, and unlike bank loans, they fund fast, 5 to 10 days. You need to have them if you're investing in real estate. You can simply find them online by going through places like Google, Bigger Pockets, Facebook groups. The way it used to start was there was no national hard money lenders. I use Kiavi. They're in like 47 states. They used to be called Lending Home. That's who I use. I'll include a link in this video. That's who I suggest you use. That's who I'm going to suggest you use. There's other companies like Pima One Financial. There's Anchor Loans. There's Dominion Financial. There's all of these companies. I've used a lot of them. The one I suggest that you use is Kiavi. They seem to be the most reliable, most customer service driven. And it's important that you work directly with Kiavi. So definitely use my link because I've heard other people that have used brokers because Kiavi does allow brokers, which is somebody else reselling their services. But my recommendation is you specifically use Kiavi. Hard money loans focus on the property's after repaired value, which is what it's going to be worth once you're done fixing it up. They're going to do their own appraisal on that. They typically will lend you. They'll verify, what you need. They're going to loan you the repair money. They're going to loan you the acquisition money, but you're going to have to front the repair costs. So if you're buying a property that is worth $200,000 after it's repaired, you need $50,000. The lender is probably going to loan you up to $130,000 on the property and cover the purchase and fixes, but you're gonna have to advance those fixes. So one thing I would mention that you do, if you are getting a hard money loan and you're doing a fix and flip and you're gonna be outlaying your resources, I suggest that you front load your hard money costs. So if you're getting ready to fund that deal, make sure that you front load. If your demo is gonna be $2,000, say it's gonna be $4,000 so you're not constantly digging in your pocket for the next thing. So when you're filling out that sheet with the hard money lender, because they're going to require you fill out a bid process, make sure that you go through and front load the repairs, meaning that your demo is going to cost more than it really costs so that you have money to do that. You're not constantly reaching in your pocket as those repairs come more and more because they're only reimbursing. They're not advancing that money. The other thing is it's an interest only loan. You're going to pay that interest monthly. And you can either sell the property, that's generally how you exit a hard money loan, or you can do a refinance. It's going to cost you more money. The cool thing about it is you're generally able to leverage, meaning you're not using as much money as your own capital, but at the same point in time, those interest rates can add up and creep up on you. And if you got a lot of hard money loans going at one point in time, it's going to be a lot of money that you're outlaying every month. So again, I said you can search for lenders online. You can go to Facebook groups. You can go to Google searches. You can go to forums like Reddit, Bigger Pockets, all of those types of places. I suggest skip all of that. Use Kiavi. They're tested. I've used Dominion. They're not that great. I've used other lenders. They're not that great. My suggestion is either use a local lender, they'll do hard money as well, but they're going to want to make sure you're experienced, or use Kiavi, who's experienced, does it all the time, and that's the best thing I can tell you. If they're not available in your area, they're not available in 3 states, you can definitely, Google hard money lenders in your area. Definitely go with somebody who's a big shop. Don't go with a broker. You're going to pay fees that you don't need to pay. Like there's going to be an extra 1 or 2% for that broker being involved. So you want to work directly with the lender. So just ask them, are you a broker? Are you a banker? You work directly with the company or you're brokering this loan? That's going to tell you right there. So you could obviously, once you find out if it's not Kiavi, you could just look at the Google reviews, real estate forums, confirming that they're licensed in their state. I mean, you don't need to go that far. They're not going to generally be putting their license on the line and not be doing deals. That's why you want to work with a national company versus a small local company, unless it's a small local bank. And good lenders, they do this all the time, so they know exactly what they're doing. Avoid somebody who's not done this. They should be fast. They should have a process. And then you want to make sure that you compare these lenders and apply. Again, go shopping, find the best deal for you. My recommendation is that you stick with Kiavi. They're tried, true, and tested. I'm not saying that they're the best or the cheapest, but that's who I use, and that's who I trust, and that's who I recommend my students use. But again, if you're one of my students or if you're watching this online and you have a better deal, that's fine. They're not the best deal in town. They are the most reliable. They are the most consistent. And sometimes you get what you pay for, right? For me, price is not always the most important thing. What is most important when I'm going to close a loan is to making sure that thing's going to close, that I'm going to think about anything. That being said, I do have multiple lenders that I use. I use Great American Bank here in Kansas City, Missouri. I use Community Bank in Mississippi. I use other local banks. So my recommendation is always going to be use a local bank, the commercial lending department, or a hard money lender, or both. But that's basically what a hard money lending is. Now that you know what a hard money lender is, make sure that you understand how to apply. I'm going to include the link in this video at the bottom. What kind of loan are you looking to do? These are your options. I'm going to do a fix and flip loan. So I'm going to click right here. How many properties have you flipped in the last 24 months? If I haven't done any, I'm just going to hit none. What state are you in? You can see all the states that they're in. So maybe I'm in Wyoming. Go to Wyoming. Do you hold titles to investment properties in any entity? Maybe I don't right now. So no, it stops you right there. So I say, yeah, I do. Okay. Then you're going to create your account. So just go through and create your account. So let's just say Joe at troykearns.com. That's my phone number. Fill that out. So just fill this whole thing out, and then you're going to get in touch with one of the lenders. They're going to contact you, and you'll be off to the races. You'll get your money. You'll be ready to go. They'll give you a pre-approval. Usually they'll approve you for a certain amount, and then you'll have to find a property. So make sure you do this right now. Don't wait. Don't wait for the next thing to happen. Do it right now, right now, right now. Okay, talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. Go get your fix and flip loans. Go let them know what you've done. Don't worry about anything. They do require an LLC. That's Kiavi, so you obviously need to put that yes. But anything else, you're good to go. Even if you don't have your LLC, just say you do. Just get the approval, and then go get your LLC. Okay? Talk to you soon.